Imagine you're waking up early on a Saturday. At first, it feels like a regular morning, but something just doesn't feel right. You flick the light switch and nothing happens. You grab your phone and the screen stays dark. You step outside and the only thing you hear is birds chirping. Your car won't start, and your neighbors look just as confused as you do. It's like everything just stopped. No cell signal, no internet, not a single radio station coming through. This isn't just a power outage. You've just lived through an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, and most people don't even know what that is. But you do, and you know exactly what to do. Because there are things that still work in an EMP, and having them ahead of time can be the difference between survival and pure chaos. Welcome back to Prepare for SHTF. In this video, we'll cover what happens in an EMP or extreme solar storm, break down 10 items that will still work afterward, and explain why having them ready before it happens matters. Make sure to watch till the end, because the last item on the list is the most important one you can have after the EMP. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Let's clear something up. An EMP is not science fiction. It's a burst of electromagnetic energy that can disrupt or damage unprotected electronics and put stress on parts of the power grid. It can happen in two ways. First, naturally from space weather. Think of a severe solar storm, like the 1859 Carrington event, when a powerful eruption from the sun disturbed Earth's magnetic field and knocked out telegraph systems. In the past year, the sun has produced thousands of flares, including dozens of the strongest X-class. Not every flare causes widespread effects, but the potential is real. The second cause is man-made, from a high-altitude burst that creates a strong electromagnetic field. Not everything fails the same way, and the effects depend on intensity, distance, and how well things are protected. With rising global tensions and more of daily life riding on electronics, it makes sense to prepare now, rather than hope it never happens. Let's start with something that protects your electronics so they are still useful after an EMP or severe solar storm. A Faraday cage. If you've never heard of it, that's okay. A Faraday cage is simply a container or bag that helps shield sensitive electronics from a sudden surge. You can buy one, or you can make a basic version with a metal trash can lined with cardboard and a tight-fitting metal lid. Now, what goes inside depends on your setup, but think small and useful. Start with a headlamp, extra batteries, a set of handheld walkie-talkies, or a portable ham radio. You can also add a backup phone that stays off and a small laptop with a charger. Scale up to a compact solar power station, foldable solar panels, and, if it fits, a basic power inverter. Do not forget a USB drive with offline maps and key documents. All of these will be useful, and, honestly, could be worth their weight in gold. I have a full build video coming soon that shows the exact steps to build it, the items I store in my homemade Faraday cage, and how I test it. If you want to see that when it drops, turn on the notification bell so you do not miss it. Power tools are great when there is power. When there isn't, a simple hand tool tote turns big problems into quick fixes. My dad always used to say, "When power stops, hand tools keep going." Build a grab-and-go kit with a hammer, flat and Phillips screwdrivers, and pliers. Add an adjustable wrench, a utility knife with spare blades, a handsaw, and a small pry bar. Don't forget duct tape, zip ties, a tape measure, and a small box of mixed screws and nails. With this, you can shut off a leaking line, board a window, fix a latch, open a stuck panel, and make quick repairs without electricity. Keep the tote where you can reach it in the dark and place a headlamp on top. Add work gloves and safety glasses so you can grab the kit and work safely. Do you have a basic tool set? Leave a comment below. Movement without fuel is a big advantage, and a simple bicycle makes a huge difference when you need to check on family or neighbors and run small supply trips. Keep one bike per household ready with a floor pump and a small hand pump on the frame. Add a patch kit, a spare tube, tire levers, and a basic multi-tool. Periodically check tires for cracks, spin the wheels, and squeeze the brakes to feel a firm stop. Keep it locked with a sturdy U-lock and a short cable so the bike does not walk away. You can upgrade to a very simple e-bike. When it is not in use, store the removable electronics in a sealed Faraday container, including the battery, and, if possible, the controller and display. The goal is quiet, no fuel, reliable movement on day one. Next item on the list is a simple radio. Most of the radio stations around you will be non-operational after the EMP, but you still will be able to get information on emergency broadcast frequencies and the AM band. Pick a model that runs on double or AAA batteries and also has a hand crank so it still works after your spare batteries run down. Make a quick habit now. Power it on once a month or two. Spin through AM, FM, and NOAA. Make sure the volume works and the batteries have life. When the lights are out, a few minutes of cranking buys you news and weather alerts without needing a phone. You have information, but you also need light. In an emergency, light is safety and morale, but keep in mind that it can also advertise you. Use low-profile lanterns and keep flames away from curtains, pets, and high-traffic areas. Never leave a flame unattended and keep a metal tray or ceramic base under it. Close blackout curtains so light does not spill outside. Remember, candles should be your backup, not a primary plan. Favor headlamps and LED lanterns for hands-free work. Keep a small fire extinguisher in the same room and store extra fuel in metal cans in a cool place away from living areas. How many fire extinguishers do you have? Share it in the comments. You have lighting handled. Now let's lock in safe water. Having enough water stored is important in the short term, but the ability to filter and disinfect water is the ultimate goal. A gravity filter that works without electricity is a must, and you want one ready for when the fecal matter hits the fan. The most effective way is to buy it now and start using it. Get several sets of filters and buy an extra set each time you replace the one you're using. Keep a separate dirty container for unfiltered water and a clean one for filtered so you do not cross-contaminate. Store finished water in capped containers out of direct sunlight and rotate as you use it. Do you have a gravity filter or a way to purify the water? Leave a comment below. You have lighting and water handled. Now keep everyone fed with simple, safe cooking. Start with what will spoil first, and keep the fridge and freezer closed as much as possible. Use a propane camp stove or rocket stove outside on a stable surface, away from doors and windows. Because the smell of food and charcoal travels far, use a small propane stove and keep a few spare canisters on hand. If you have to use a charcoal grill, keep it short and never use it indoors. Open cans with a manual opener, reheat leftovers until they are steaming hot, and throw out anything that smells off. Keep trash sealed and outside to avoid pests. The goal is hot food, low fuel use, and easy cleanup. By the way, do you have a manual can opener? A compact solar setup keeps your radio, headlamps, and flashlights topped up without the grid. Aim for a few foldable 1 to 200 watt panels and connect them to a solar power station. The more panels you have, the faster it will charge. If you charge it during the day, you should have plenty of power to use at night. Face the panel toward the sun, avoid shade, and move it as the sun moves. Bring the panels in at night and keep it low profile so it does not draw attention. Because most of the electronic devices will be useless, you have to keep all of these in the Faraday cage at all times. Just make sure to check once every few months. You don't want any surprises. The goal is simple. Quiet power for lights and information without burning fuel. Do you have a solar power setup that provides enough power for your family? After an event, safety will become your top priority. Keypads and smart locks are great when they work, but they can't replace an old-fashioned lock. Make sure every exterior entry uses a sturdy keyed deadbolt and keep clearly labeled spare keys where you can reach them. Do a quick hardware check now. Tighten hinge and strike plate screws and replace short strike plate screws with 3-inch screws that bite into the stud. Add a simple door brace or security bar for nighttime. Use light discipline after dark, verify before opening doors, and keep a small fire extinguisher within reach. If you use an electronic safe, make sure you know where the backup key is so you can still reach documents, cash, and other critical items you store in the safe. Practice opening the safe in low light with a headlamp. Simple physical security keeps you calm when electronics are down. Have you thought about security? We just covered a tiny portion of safety and security. I could talk for hours about improvements you can make to keep your home safe, but in reality, real strength is not in the door jambs or in how many wireless hole punchers you have. As you probably already guessed, the last item on the list I promised at the beginning of this video is community. In a short or long-term power outage, neighbors turn safety into stability. Do you live in an apartment or in a neighborhood? Do you know your neighbors? Make a small circle now so you are not a stranger later. Make a point to talk and connect with the people around you now. Invite them to a cookout and see what they are good at. Your neighbor across the street might be a firefighter, while the guy 2 doors down could be an ex-military police officer. You see a guy in an army uniform gone for 1 weekend out of the month. He is most likely in the reserves. You spot the ham antenna down the street. That is your communications person. Relationships take time to develop, and you need to start now. And remember the redundancy rule? 3 is 2, 2 is 1, and 1 is none. That applies to people, skills, and communications. This is the last item from the list I mentioned at the beginning of the video, because people multiply every other tool you have. Do not underestimate it. That's the list. 10 low-tech tools and a simple plan so day 1 is calm, not chaotic. Before you click to the next video, leave a comment and let the community know which items you already have and which one you'll add this week. If you think I missed something, tell me what you'd add and why. If you found this helpful, hit the like button so more people see it. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the Faraday cage build or any future videos. That's the easiest way to support the channel and help this reach more people. Thanks for watching to the end, and as always, stay ready, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.